Attention business owners, this is your captain speaking. Fasten your seatbelts as we prepare your business to take off. Hi, I'm Joe, your captain of online reviews. Give me a thumbs up if your reputation is important to your business success. Excellent, thank you, and welcome on board. Today, online reviews tell your prospects about the quality of services that you provide. As a matter of fact, online reviews are the new word-of-mouth advertising, so if you don't have a flight plan in place to get 5-star reviews, your reputation could be hijacked by one bad review, crashing your business. So what we do is we put you in the cockpit with our automation called Give Me a Thumbs Up. Our technology can actually predict whether your clients will write a good review or a bad review before we even ask them. So if you'd like to learn more about this technology, book your flight with Captain Joe today so that tomorrow you can sit back, relax, and watch your 5-star business take off.
Born into a real fight wasn't right. Where can she dream here?
We are so excited to be back again, our second week of I believe this is my third season of podcasting. So very excited. It is our second year with Mr. Les Simpson, who will be joining us again tonight. As I try to relearn that whole English language that I kind of forgot over the holiday. I don't know what I was trying to say there, but anyway. Hey, everybody, my name is Zach with Community Pay Up Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the pACT channels. One of the other programs we have is called the Community Cub Club, the Community Dare to Care Cub Club. And we and I'm talking within the last 30 minutes, got the news that we have been looking forward to sharing with all of you families, out there. Anybody who knows me in any way, shape, or form knows that I am a hockey fanatic. We just got an offer from the newest team in Colorado, the Colorado Grit, the Greeley Grit. And we're asking you to become part of what we're doing here. Kids, beg mom and dad to go onto their social media, their Facebook, their Instagram, go on to LinkedIn, go on to YouTube, whatever they need to go on. For the time being, you can even go on to Twitter or X and tell us, okay, kids, I want to know, what can you do to help people in your community? You tell me what you can do to help people in the community. And you can win tickets with one or both of your parents, possibly up to 4 tickets. You can possibly win up to 4 tickets to join us next Saturday when the Grit take on New Mexico. So you get to go to a hockey game. You can join us in the Cub Club section with a bunch of other friends. You get to meet new people and go and watch the Colorado Grit. Isn't that exciting? I think it's wonderful. I think it's great. I think it's exciting. I am freaking out about it. Just because, like I said, we've known this for literally 30 minutes. So we've been working on this though for a couple months, and I've been talking to him. I get to go in and talk to the team on Friday. So excited about some of the things that the Cub Club and the Greeley Grit are going to be doing together. We just kind of started throwing things out, and things are sticking. And kids, you get to join the Cub Club, and you're going to get to do some wonderful things with us and the Colorado Grit. That's one of the things going on. The other thing that's going on, Mom and Dad, we've got our third annual 22-hour podcast coming up. This is about veteran suicide and veteran mental health issues. Okay. We sit here, I sit right in this spot or other places for 22 hours, and we discuss what we need to do to honor our wonderful heroes who took and gave up of their lives and are now struggling. We get to try to come up with ways of doing this. I'm going to be working with a individual that we talked to, Timothy Mabry. We're going to be working, and we're going to come up with a questionnaire that we wanted to have done today, but unfortunately, time is time, and time did not allow me to get it done today. But by the end of the week, we will have it done. We're going to have a questionnaire that helps guide you to find out how to approach, and if this is even really a situation where you need to approach, because we don't want you to. It's one of those situations we don't want you to over approach somebody and say, hey, you know what? We think you've got a problem, and actually cause a problem. So this is one of those things. We also want you to be available to know that if you're not the one who is in the ability to talk to someone, to listen to them, because listening is the most important thing, to listen to them. If you are not the one for that, we're going to try to help you find other resources, because the last thing that we need to do is nothing. We cannot do nothing. Okay? So, kids, Colorado Grit, adults, 22-hour podcast. One of my wonderful, wonderful sponsors for that show is Mr. Les Simpson with 3 Ways from Banking. Hello and welcome back, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing great. Well, it sounds like you really got, I guess you'd say, a late Christmas present. All those tickets to give away. That's phenomenal.
Yeah,
you make a lot of kids happy. So that's great.
You know what actually might be one of the coolest things? I'm expecting my granddaughters to be here on that day as well. So, and one of the things that my daughter wants to do is teach my granddaughter how to skate. What a better way to get them to learn how to skate than get them on the ice, show them the ice.
Yep.
Get them out there, and maybe we can go onto the ice before the game. And that's if the ice that they're in right now clears up. They're in Kansas and they're buried right now. So tell me this, Les, you're down in Denver. You're about 45 minutes from me. Have you guys seen any snow?
Yeah, we saw yesterday. We got about 4 inches.
Wow.
And today we didn't get any, yesterday was the day before 4 inches. Yeah. And which was interesting. Denver expected a couple inches and a skiff, but yeah, we got 4 inches.
You know what? We don't have a single inch here in Greeley. Not a single flake flew. Wow. We've got high winds, and it's very, very cold.
Yeah, that's all we have now.
Yeah, to everyone out there, please take care of yourselves, prepare yourselves, make sure you have blankets, make sure that you have extra coats in there. And as I've always said, try to throw an extra hoodie that no longer fits you into your car. If you see somebody that's out there that's struggling with this weather. This weather, it's dangerous, isn't it, Les?
Yeah, it sure is.
And we don't want to lose anybody we don't have to. So if you have an old hoodie, you can throw it into your car and you can give it to somebody who's struggling with the cold. You know what? You're being a hero in my eyes. So Les, what is going on with the Transact card? It's been a good month since we've talked. So tell me what's been going on, my friend.
Well, first off, we still have the $25 one-time membership, and the reason for that is we haven't got the debit cards issued yet. And the bank that we're being sponsored by, basically, we had to find a bank that really believed in our values of helping the little guy. And it's taken a while, but we have found one. And they also want to help the little guy. And so right now we're going to, but you have to remember, we have over 120,000 members. And so to bring that to a bank and expect them to put everything together immediately, there's a meeting later tonight, and I'll find out more updates. But the two updates I do want to mention is, in fact, I have a award to show you that we got 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to.
This is a very, very prestigious and this is an award I wish, we would get. So, and I'm looking forward to accepting this award someday.
Let's see here. Where is it? It doesn't name the thing. Okay, unfortunately, it just says me. So I might have to open 2 or 3 of them here before we know what's going on. Let's try this. Let's try the window. See if it's in the window. There it is. That'll be the easiest.
All right.
Very prestigious award. Can you see that?
Yep, we can see it. And this is the Patriot Award. And it's look, this is something that's special to us because of what we are trying to do. So this is a fantastic award that you guys were able to obtain because it's something that we try so hard to make sure that we're taking care of. And so here, I'd like to read this for everybody. Les,
Sure.
If you can just leave it right there. Last week, and let me go on ahead and do this. Last week, the U.S. Department of Defense presented Transact Card with the Patriot Award for its extraordinary support of those serving in the military. The award, accepted by co-founder Peter, is it
Rancy,
was presented by representatives of the Department of Defense Employer Support of the Guard and Reserve ESGR program, including the National Vice Commander of the American Legion. The company is honored to receive this recognition as a military-friendly employer, and it's honored to support its service member employees as they fulfill their military assignments and duties. Reflecting on this recognition and looking towards future initiatives, Rancy remarked Transact Card is working closely with its executive team and partners, preparing several military-friendly announcements for release throughout 2024. UVC member, veteran Les Simpson, E4, U.S. Army owner of Three Ways to Banking, Inc., is a future franchise of Transact Card. I am very excited to be part of an organization that will be helping military service personnel, both active and veterans, with their daily expenses and providing an automatically filed savings, account from cash back from their normal purchases. Also, a franchise income opportunity for veterans, business owners will have additional source of income helping their employees, customers, and their favorite nonprofits with lending. Les is sponsoring the meet and greet on January 18th and the financial meeting in February 17th, and will also be able to answer questions for the attendees, or can be contacted at, and you can see it on the bottom of the screen right there, Les at threewaystobanking.com, or you can call his phone number 303-579-6881, 303-579-6881. My friend, congratulations. That is fantastic. That is just beautiful.
Thank you.
How does that feel to you, being a veteran?
Oh, it feels great. I mean, that's one of the things that it's just like you start off with, all of our service people were completely selfless and went into the service to go do what they needed to do. Now, I will say some of them, it was the only way that they could have employment, but that's fine. We train them, we make them into quality people, and then we, bring them back to civilization. Unfortunately, a lot of the different things they see over there, they can never unsee. And so they have all kinds of problems. And I'm sure you're aware 25% of the people who come back commit suicide. And that's one of the things that we would love to stop. And that's why one of the things that we're going to be doing big time at Transact Card is supporting the nonprofits that support the service personnel and first responders. We're going to have a very affordable program for nonprofits that start at $35 a month. And with that, they'll be able to sell our memberships. And then we're also going to show businesses how they can really help their employees and their customers. And in fact, that's the next thing I'm going to do is go through a PowerPoint and show you how we can really help businesses. And I mean, really help them make some good income helping others. And so let's see, do I need to share again, or is it?
Yeah, you're going to have to share it again. Let me ask you this real quick, okay?
Sure.
We're talking, and Les is going to be joining me for 1 hour on the 22-hour podcast. And he's going to be co-hosting with me when we talk to a couple nonprofits and letting them in on this very exciting program and hopefully helping them out. But what have you heard from other nonprofits? I know that you're working with a friend of mine right now, a very, very good friend of mine. Is that been finalized? Can we announce that?
No, not at this point.
Okay.
We're looking at it, and
yeah.
But it's so interesting. All nonprofits just find it hard to believe that they're going to be able to be helped in this way. And that's where everything is new, but that's where at $35 a month, any nonprofit can try it out. And so I'm sure on the big stage, we have big nonprofits, the St. Jude's Children's Hospital, the Make-A-Wish, Salvation Army, many different ones that are going to be coming aboard. And of course, they've checked us out to the hilt before, but the small nonprofits and so forth, they a little more less informed on what can be available.
And one of the things that I was just thinking of is that, this is so much better for a nonprofit when you think of this aspect. They pay for a commercial or something like that. That commercial is ignored. This is something that they not only can help the people who follow them, but they can benefit off of as well.
Exactly. 100%.
So,
and in fact, there's two levels to it, which I'll get into tonight. There's the nonprofit that wants to start at $35 a month and just go individuals. And then there's also the nonprofit that wants to go after companies and corporations. And they start at $2,000, and then they can have very large amounts earned by the nonprofit. In fact, I work with a attorney out of New York City for that, and I'll explain some of the differences. But let's go ahead and share this.
Yep.
And
I am proud to announce that we here at Community Pay It Forward are a member of the Transact family. So we finally were able to get that done. It only took just about I'm not going to say it took an act of Congress, because I actually did get it done, but sorry. That was a little bit of a jab there.
That's all right.
Did you share it through?
Let's see here. Where is it? Bank. There we go.
All right.
And I'll put it on slideshow here. Okay. Now, the whole idea behind Transact Card is we're going to be taking the banking system and all the profit they make and providing it to businesses that want to help us help the little guy. Now, that's a mouthful, but I'll explain what I'm talking about. First off, all people for $25 can become a member, just like Zach has. And for that, you get quite a few things. But and we're going to be opening up bank accounts here. We have our sponsor bank. Can't tell much about them until they do a press release. But I will say one of the employer's concerns, because the employer provides this to the employees for $25. The employer pays $4.95, and then provides to employees and say, well, how can I tell them put money in a bank if I don't know about the bank? And so we have one of the most secure banks. And all I can tell you at this point is in banking, when a bank has 8% reserve, it's considered solid. Well, the bank that we're being sponsored by has 28%, which is about as secure as you can get. And we'll be issuing a debit card from the bank, and then everybody will be using it to purchase things. And as you can see, there will be an app, and there will also be online. So enough to satisfy everybody, but we're all about social impact, helping the little guy. And these are the benefits of that $25 membership. Now, at any time, you can go to 3 ways2banking.com and sign up for $25. If you sign up now, then it's a one-time $25 instead of annual. And we're going to be talking about businesses and how they can use it. Let's say you have a restaurant, for instance, and then I'll also transfer this into nonprofits. But let's say you have a restaurant. Now all of their business expenses, their trucking expenses, their employee expenses, all their expenses, they now can transfer into Z-Bucks. Okay, we're going to explain what Z-Bucks does. Z-Bucks, let's say you go out and get a tank full of gas for $70. You now have 70 Z-Bucks. Let's say you pay the rent for $2,000. You now have 2,000 Z-Bucks. And so what's Z-Bucks buy? Well, right now we have an e-commerce website. At the present time, we only have a few hundred items on it, but we will have hundreds of thousands of items on it. And with that, you get to buy 30 to 50% off, which I'll give you more of an idea in a minute how to do that. But we are talking everything from diapers, sporting goods, kitchen appliances, fashion items. In other words, anytime you're going to buy anything, spend $25 and see if you can get it for 30 to 50% off. And we also have 30 to 50% off of thousands of premier travel destinations worldwide. And I'll give you an idea of some of that. We're also partnering with 330 of your favorite retailers, everything from Burger King to Saks Fifth Avenue. Now, if you are a business and you have, let's say, Panera Bread catering your business luncheon or the bring in clients, then you're going to be able to get money back from everything you buy from Panera, Home Depot, if you've got to repair something in the office. In fact, what happens is every one of these 330 have contracted with us that somewhere between 1 and 10% of the entire transaction, let's say you go to Home Depot and buy window dressings for the office and it's cost $1,000. Well, now 1 to 10% of that is going to go into a savings account. Now, these are real numbers right now. And again, we only have a few hundred products at this point. In December, on our website, on our app, 4,700 products were bought, and we saved them $283,000 because and I'll show you in a second, for every Z-Buck, you're buying down $1 on the products to wholesale. And so that averaged $60 a person. And we also have 238 travel destinations booked. That's December only. This is real numbers. And as I mentioned, everything that you purchase is one-to-one Z-Bucks. And again, for a company that does a lot of executive travel, now you're going to be able to go anywhere in the world and save 30 to 50% on your travel. But the other thing I really want to make a comment here is Zach just talked about the out-of-state sports that's going to come up and play Greeley. Now, that sports club could actually have gone online and got our hotels at 30 to 50% off. Now, how many sports clubs are going to want to know about this? Needless to say, and then we talk to their sponsors and we save them money. This is going to be the biggest change in business and nonprofits there is. And this kind of gives an idea. You have an FDIC insured checking account. You'll also have a digital bank card for when you buy at Amazon and online at Walmart and so forth. You'll also have the app I showed you and a physical bank card. So anywhere you go, anywhere in the world, when you buy something, you'll get Z-Bucks. And with the Z-Bucks, you're able to go online and buy down the wholesale. And again, it'll be a $25 yearly membership. If you get in right now, it's $25 one time. So I suggest a whole bunch of you go to the number 3 waystobanking.com tonight and buy the $25 membership. That's what Zach did. And he's just waiting. And these savings are there now. The products are there now. The travel is there now. If you're going to book anywhere in the world, and I mean anywhere in the world, might as well get 30 to 50% off. And it all comes down to the Z Club, where the products are kept and the travel is kept. Now I'll explain. Let's say you're a sports team and half of your sports team needs new shoes. So you send them to the Z Club. And let's say this $100 pair of Nikes are here. And this is the same ones that you would buy at Amazon or Walmart and for $100. Well, they're $100 on our site too. The difference is, remember, you went out and spent $70 for gas. So you had 70 Z-Bucks. So now you redeem $25 Z-Bucks and you buy them for 75. How many dollars parents will appreciate that their players now can get things, 30% off? Electric bikes, that's a big one right now. Instead of $699, $454, 245 Z-Bucks. And businesses now will be able to sponsor their children's basketball or soccer or whatever team, and they'll be able to save this kind of money. And then also for instance, this is where we come into social impact. All the single mothers out there that can't afford $53 case of diapers, get it for $26. And we'll also have flash sales. What that means is to get everybody talking. With, like, for instance, 100 Ray-Ban sunglasses, your money's no good here. Strictly Z-Bucks. So we sent out 100 pairs of Ray-Bans for 120 Z-Bucks. And you can imagine once this gets going, for instance, Zach will be able to invite his friends in, and everyone that comes in, he gets 500 Z-Bucks. And so you can imagine all the different things here that has been in flash sales. If you're telling your friends about them, how many is going to want to join for 25 bucks? And then they can get all these items off. But this is the big one. Try cruises. We had a 4-day, 3-night cruise in December where people paid 1,250 Z-Bucks. And so, and we're talking about having a cruise in June or later that's going to be strictly Z-Bucks. So you can imagine how many friends you can take on with that. And when I was talking travel, we've partnered with all of the hotel vacation clubs, resort condos, private homes. And this just gives you an idea what you can, by paying $25 tonight, you can actually go on and reserve this tonight. Las Vegas Hilton, $614 for 3 nights if you want to go Las Vegas. When you pay your $25, you get 500 Z-Bucks. And then until the cards are issued, you get 500 Z-Bucks per week until you get your card. And so we're taking care of you on Z-Bucks. So if you want to go to the Las Vegas Hilton and pay only less than $100 a night, and the rest Z-Bucks, it's there now. So you can go to 3waystobanking.com and sign up tonight for $25, and these savings are there now. The other thing we're going to have, as I mentioned, 330 retailers that we partnered with. On our app, which you download, transactcard.com, and sign up. This is not active right now. We're having a call tonight to see when this is going to be active, but you'll be able to buy, like I said, for Home Depot, and anything you buy with this card, you get 1 to 10% into a savings account. And that 40% of all gifts are bought with gift cards. And so if you send this, let's say a Walmart gift card to your nephew, and he says, I don't want Walmart, I want Dick's Sporting Goods. All he has to do is go on here with a link and change it to Dick's Sporting Goods. You don't find a gift card that allows that, but we do. And this just gives you a slight idea of the 330 retailers that we partnered with. If you're an auto enthusiast, there's your auto parts. If you're a Nintendo, if you're the Gap, if you're Bed Bath & Beyond, like I said, everything from Burger King to Saks Fifth Avenue, and 330 retailers. And again, all of it will be on this app. And once it's active, then you'll be able to do that. And as I mentioned, every single time you use that app, then you get 1 to 10% into a savings account, into this bank that I've been mentioning that is so solid. And anytime you buy anything on the Z Club, you get 2%. So you're going to be able to save hundreds, it depends on how much you buy, thousands a year into a savings account with doing nothing except for doing what you're doing now. Now, how many employees do you think would enjoy that? All your employers out there that you're thinking, you're now going to be able to support your employees by 25 bucks so they can double their buying power. How many do you think that'll help their loyalty? And again, right now it's $25 for life. After that, it'll be $25 per year. And for right now, if you join, you have double Z-Bucks. So you have 5,000 Z-Bucks per week until the new banking platform, and you get double Z-Bucks for the first year. So you pay your rent in that restaurant for $1,000, you now have 2,000 Z-Bucks. And people ask us all the time, how are we going to share this with America? There's three ways. First off, Transact members are going to be paid for all their referrals. Digital branch offices, I'll explain that in a minute. That's our franchise. Buy it for $495, and then you can set up your own employees. You can set up your customers. And we also have national influencers. This is the big one. If you're aware of it, franchises always advertise nationally. So when people see their brand locally, they know it's quality and they buy from it. We're doing a little bit different. We're going to the national influencers. For instance, LeBron James. He has 25 million followers. One pizza company decided to find out how much influence he had on them. So they put together an ad. He put it out to his group, and the pizza company made $12 million that month. LeBron James made $1 million. Well, we've done the same. We're having LeBron James send his followers to us. So people that buy the $495 franchise will actually get free their members added to them. And now I mentioned the digital branch offices is $495 plus $50 a month and 10% franchise fee. Now the franchise gets paid three ways. First off, every single time that card is swiped anywhere in the world, the franchise gets paid. Second, community revenue, which I'll explain, and leadership grants. Now, I want to give you an idea for a restaurant. Let's say a restaurant buys the $495. And of course, they set up all their employees at the $25. And they start having a 3-minute video and a flyer at the table. So when their people come in and see this for $25, I can get 30 to 50% off everything. Of course, they're going to sign up right and left. But you also have business owners that are going to see that. And for $495, I can give this to my employees. Pretty soon, we have this all over the country. From one restaurant, we have business owners that sign people up, and this is 10 levels deep. We do have all the benefits of network marketing without any of the problems. We are a franchise. And now the next part, and this is the big one, is community bonus. Once a person becomes a manager, and they do that by signing up 25 of their employees, or they sign up 3 businesses. Once that happens, if they do that within the first month, then they have $500 a month coming in from the community bonus, up to $500, which I'll explain that. If it takes them more than a month, it's $250. Now to explain. This is where it gets really interesting. We can tell a restaurant that they're a manager, they now have 3 DBOs. Let's say they have 250 coming in. Now, if that restaurant gets 9 more businesses, then they're at $1,500 a month. If they get 29 businesses, now they're at $150,000, $12,500 a month. Now, what I want to back up here is a nonprofit. I have 2 levels for nonprofits. One is if they come in for $35, which we always suggest they do, then they can sell our memberships for $25. Their supporters buy them. And now the nonprofit gets this money from all the transactions. But if they have companies like restaurants and so forth that want to support them, then what I do is I work with an attorney in New York City. We set up a separate LLC for the purpose of funding their nonprofit. Now that's going to cost either $1,100 or $2,500, depending upon how many members in the LLC. Now what happens is when they have the 12 businesses that they sign up, which a lot of nonprofits have a lot of companies that would like to support them. Now they have $1,500 a month coming in that they can transfer to the nonprofit. And again, only 29 businesses, they have $12,500 a month coming in. And this is the big one. If they get 239 businesses, now if they're having lunch and learns and businesses want to really support, like let's say a high school football team, and they get 239 businesses. Now, folks, this is what they have coming in a month just to support them. And so we're talking serious support for nonprofits that have companies that support them. And plus the fact that they get part of each swipe and they get part of every $4.95 that they sell. And so a restaurant, but a nonprofit can do this for only $2,000 to set up this LLC for the purpose of funding their nonprofit. And that's kind of it in a nutshell. And but again, we're going to find out more information. Right now, we're in the beta stage. The three things we don't have at this point: we don't have the savings account. We don't have the referral where you bring people in for $500, and we don't have the $35 a month. Those are the three things we don't have, and the card, of course, we don't have it yet. But we do have where you can go online and save on travel and products tonight. So there's a lot there to do it. Questions?
Yeah, Jack sent me a message and asked, when will the bank be announced?
Probably the end of January or the first part of February. I'll find out more information on that tonight. Is he a business owner?
I do not know that, Jack. If you wanted to reach back out to me and let me know that, I'll. But I know that he's interested. He mentioned that he was interested for the savings, most definitely. And then I had one more for you right now. And Pat wanted to know, is there a monthly fee for this?
Absolutely not. It's either one-time $25 period, or after the 31st, it'll be $25 per year. No monthly fee. And people ask us, how can we do this? Let me back up and show you. See where, let's see. Okay, the reason we can do this, everybody asks us, how can we give things 30 to 50% discount? It's very simple. Now, first off, you're probably aware that anytime you go into a store, and let's say you're going to buy a set of Nikes, you're probably aware there's a 30 to 50% markup. There has to be. They have to pay their employees. They have to pay their rent. They have to pay their insurance. We don't have that markup. We have about a 5% markup. So people say, where are you getting your money? We're part of the banking system. To explain that, last year, banks made $3.1 billion just on the swipe. No interest, no nothing, just on the swipe, they made $3.1 billion. Well, we're part of the banking system. So that's where we get our profit, is from this card swipe itself. And that's why we can give 30 to 50% off wholesale on everything. Other questions?
I was just going to go on ahead, and as soon as you're done there, I was going to show them a couple of the things from my computer when it comes to what this is what some of the items that they have. You've got Under Armour, Carnival Cruises, like he said. You can get a $1,400 cruise for $749 after Z-Bucks. Pickleball, which is something that's huge right now. You know, a $299 set, you get it for $149. You know, 50% off on all these things. You get them because of with your Z-Bucks. And I mean, so many athletic things on here. Cozumel, balcony cabin for two for $1,800. Nope, $899. So, and this is just to show you right there, my Z-Bucks, I'm already at 2,500. And folks, I haven't had to do anything but pay $25. As soon as the banking comes and I use this to pay my mortgage every day or every month, God, every day. What the hell am I trying to do to myself here? You know, but that number is just going to grow exponentially. And as there are more programs out there that we can spend that money on, you know. I go through shoes all the time. How a fat guy who sits on his butt all the time goes through shoes like I do, I'll never know, but I do. I go through shoes quite often. So, so are people invited to these meetings that you get to go to, Les?
Once they sign up as a franchise.
Okay.
And that's the $495. And by the way, they're very special franchises right now. If people sign up by January 31st, they get more people from the influencers like LeBron James. After the 31st, they get less. And so the $495 plus the $495, just to let you know, has a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you get in, you decide you don't like something within 30 days, you get a refund. So I suggest everybody go to 3 Ways to Banking. That's a redirect. Watch the 3-minute video that talks about the banks making $3.1 billion and us not getting it. And then we're just struggling, trying to make ends meet. And sign up for the 25. It'll take you 5 minutes. And then later when the bank comes on, then you'll have to go back on and show your ID and make sure you're not a terrorist and so forth. And the only restriction on the $495 is you can't be a felon. This is a banking position. And so you can't be a felon. But the $495, again, if you do it now, assures you of basically not failing, because we have the influencers that are going to be bringing clients.
Well, like I said, I am really glad that I'm really happy that we've gotten in on this, that we're going to be here on the, that we're here on the ground level. And, I'm looking forward to growing with this and all of the things that we're going to be able to save. One of the things that I'm extremely excited about is this is an opportunity once again. And I know that that I've stated this before, but this is one of those things is as a nonprofit, you can tell people about this program and say, hey, you know what? You thought about doing this, do you do a lot of shopping for your family? Well, here's one extra way that you can take and you can really support us by simply shopping.
Yep.
I've heard of an organization that kind of does something similar to that, fundraising by shopping with people. I don't know where I've heard that from, but anyway, but it's shameless self-plug there, if you will. But we don't do obviously what Transact does, but this is just a way that you as a nonprofit, you pay your $35, and when you get other people to sign up with these cards, they save money. But every purchase, a little bit of money comes to you. Every time they sign up, a little bit of money comes up to you. And not only that, they have extra money that maybe they can donate to you as well. Okay, so I mean, this isn't something, you're helping the people who love you. You're helping them in their financial situation. So, I mean, this isn't something that you're saying, hey, you know what? We're going to, we need your money. Pay us, pay us, pay us. You're also kind of, you're telling them, hey, you know what? We care about your situation too. Let us help you and you can help us back. So, I like I said before, I am very excited that we get to help you with this, and I'm extremely excited that our nonprofit friends are going to be able to benefit from this as well. So, Les, what is the best way for people to get a hold of you?
Either Les at threewaystobanking.com or cell phone 303-579-6881. And I'll be glad to answer whatever questions. But I really suggest everybody go on and spend $25. It's a lifetime. And then Z-Bucks for the first year, including free shipment. So you just can't lose. And again, if you have a travel that you want to book, you can book it tonight. You can every week they're going to have the flash sales. And so if you have your app open, the app actually tells you their flash sales are coming on. So you can go to it immediately and get it before, because it is first come, first served.
Yeah. And I know one of the destination sales they have is like an all-inclusive safari that usually costs $27,000. You get it for half of that. And I've talked to many people. That's actually probably kind of one of the trips that I've never really dreamed about doing. Now you get me to where I'm able to go to Rome or Egypt or something like that. I'm gonna really try to, that I'm in. I'm in for those. Right. Egypt, more likely when there's less risk of me being shot, but but I mean, you get me into Rome, you get me into the European nations, I'm good to go. I want to go to the castle tour so bad, but there's just these opportunities there for all of this stuff, and I'm really telling you guys, check it out. When you go to threewaystobanking.com, it's going to pop up like this. Okay. It's going to be, as he said, it is a redirect. So it does take you to the Transact card website, but this is connected to Les. So Les will get the credit. And when that happens, when you do this, remember, make sure that you let Les know that, hey, I found you through Community Pay It Forward, and we are going to help somebody in your name. Remember that part. So not only are you helping someone, you're also helping yourself and you're helping other people, because Les is part and a huge part of the Community Pay It Forward program. So remember, it's going to go to this website. This is what it looks like when you go to threewaystobanking.com. threewaystobanking.com. You can also get a hold of him at 303-579-6881. 303-579-6881. Les at threewaystobanking.com. That's LES at threewaystobanking.com. Well, my dear friend, welcome back to 2024. Welcome back for your second year. I'm excited to have you here with us again. Everything going good this year so far?
Yep. just waiting on the final words. And but yeah, excited about it. I introduced it to my veteran group, and we're going to be educating them on it. There's 140 nonprofits in there. And so everybody's pretty excited about the possibilities of getting funded.
Yeah.
And funded on some very large levels if they have company sponsors, even if they brought on 29 restaurants and so forth, then they could have, $200,000 a year. So
Well, I just want to give a huge shout out to a guy who I idolize. I truly, truly do. And everybody knows this because I mention him all the time. But we've had good friend John Wayne Vogels from Martyred Angels, who's been watching with us today. So, brother man, much love. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you. I cannot wait to get you back on the show and we can talk to you. But thank you, John, for joining us. Les, thank you, my friend. And when we come back next week or next month, you can update us on what you learned from between now and then, and we'll get this going, and we'll continue to use Transact Card to support our nonprofit friends.
Sounds good.
All right. Once again, thank you.
Yep.
And we'll talk to you next month.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Once again, that was Les Simpson. 3waystobanking.com, 3waystobanking.com, 303-579-6881, 303-579-6881, Les at 3waystobanking.com. As you guys can see across the bottom of the screen, once again, I got some fantastic news right before the show began, and the Colorado Grit, the newest hockey team in Colorado, they're teaming with us, and they've given us 30 tickets for next Saturday's game. 30 tickets to next Saturday's game. So, Mom and Dad, you want to get some tickets for your kids? Have your kids answer this question. What can I do to help people in my community? What can I do to help people in my community? You answer that question, and what we're going to do is we're going to put your name in a hat, and we're going to draw a couple winners on Thursday. You know what? Yeah, we're going to draw it on Thursday of next week, and we will contact you. What can I do to help people in my community? And we're going to draw names next Thursday so you can be prepared to join us at the Colorado Grit hockey game Saturday at 7 p.m. at the Greeley Ice House. We're so excited to, first off, again, it's hockey, and I'm going to geek out on hockey because, well, one, I'm a geek, and two, I love the Grit. I love this team. I've already been to one game. So excited that we get to go to another game. So parents, allow your kids to answer this question for us. What can I do right now to help people in my community? Let's get them working. Let's get them involved in the Community Cares Cub Club. We've got a couple things that we ask you in the Cub Club to do as parents. One of the things that we ask you to do is, God forbid, something happens to your kids. We got a suggestion for you. Record your kids 5 minutes. Every single one of these things, you know what? They're no longer phones. They're cameras. They're video phones. They're every, they don't even tell you about the quality of the phone call anymore. This is the most important thing on this. Record your kids for 5 minutes. Have them talk. Have them say words that they struggle with. Ask them questions like, what food do you dislike the most? Why? Because a kid doesn't go, ugh. A kid just it doesn't go spinach. They go, ugh, spinach, or or chicken, or whatever. There's going to be an emphasis on that. When we hear something, it sticks with us. Okay, we see a picture, and that picture is going to look like every other kid. The picture is just going to remind us of every kid that we see. God forbid something happens, and that kid is in a store, and we hear spinach. We're going to pay attention a little bit closer. Make sure that this isn't a kid that's somewhere where it shouldn't be. This is a child that maybe we can get home. We ask you to, ask the kid, what's their favorite food? Because it's not Fruit Loops, it's Fruit Loops. And man, I shouldn't have lifted my arm like that. Kids get excited. Who's your favorite team? Colorado Grit. These are questions, and if you want a suggestion, contact us. Send me a text message, 970-909-0751, 970-909-0751. Or if you go to communitypayitforward.us, scroll down a little bit, you can find the Colorado Cares Cub Club, and you can upload or download, I guess. You can download the color book for your kids. Inside that color book, we've got an area where it gives you a couple suggestions on questions that you can ask. It gives you a place where the kids can put their fingerprints for you, the parent, to have. And it also gives you something that you can do something similar to what I love to do. And it gives you a place where these kids can have a membership card. And they get to put their fingerprints on their membership card, and you can take and you can put their picture on there if you would like, or do whatever you want and make those kids, back in my day when dinosaurs weren't dirt, they were actually pets. Back in my day, we used to have things like, club cards. Well, we've created a Community Cares Cub Club card, and kids can have it. Then they can take and they can draw and color and do things, learn a little, something. We get to learn about them. If you want, there's even a place where you can send us a picture of what your kids have done, and we'll put it right there on our website and share with the world the wonderful things that the kids have done. We would like to make sure that we share with you guys and gals a lot more information about the 22-hour podcast, which is coming up. Okay. It's coming up very soon, November 22nd. I'm sorry, February 22nd. It's coming up very soon. November. No, it is February 22nd. Okay. You go to communitypayitforward.us, and the first thing you're going to see is our video that we started. We started the show with, and I'll share it with you now. So that video is one of the first things that you see when you come to the website. Okay, it's on a little pop-up. And you're able to join us. If you go here to Footprints Forward, you can, and hover over it, you will have the pop-up of community mission to serve our veterans. Click on that and you have all the information that you need. You can learn and you can bid about our silent auction. Go to Give Butter. Okay, go to Give Butter and you can join our silent auction. We've got some wonderful things from authors, from I want to thank very much Hikes, Ace Hardware here in Greeley. They have donated a wonderful tool backpack. This tool backpack is valued at $122, and it's up for auction. You can take that home. It's a very, very convenient way to keep your tools organized and next to you. A lot easier than carrying around a toolbox, that's for sure. Right now, the money that we raise are going to go to these organizations: Veterans Honoring Veterans, Community Dare to Care, where we offer free clothing, free outreach, free food, and free help to people. The Price of Freedom Foundation, Rescue Residents, which you guys have heard us talk to a couple times. You've heard us talk to every single one of these people a couple times. And also Healing Warriors program. Janet, love you, girl. So honored to have you guys as one of our wonderful mission partners. All of these, you can find out more about them by visiting our Mission Partners program. You can support these programs plus many, many more by when you're at the top of the website, you find your partner, go to the Mission Partners. You can find, as I've mentioned, John from Martyred Angels was joining us. You go to the nonprofits, you click the nonprofits. These are all of our 501c3s that have joined with us. And you can find out more information. Right here is the Martyred Angels Foundation. If you scan the QR code, it opens up to this. It's called a jot form. This is the one for the Martyred Angels. What you do is you go here, you click on the verified partners, which ironically is there on the website that I'll show you again here in a minute. You shop with any of those partners. You take a photo with your phone of the receipt. Okay, just simply take a photo and then you upload it here and you send it to us. All we ask for is your name and your email. Those are the only two things that are required. The only two things that are required. Well, I guess the three things: the receipt, your name, and your email. You can dedicate your receipt. I want to dedicate this receipt in the name of blank. We're talking about Martyred Angels here, so I'm going to say I dedicate this name or this receipt in the name of Bladen, who is the reason for Martyred Angels. We do ask you for your phone number, your physical address, because every once in a while we get donations that we like to just give away. And then we ask you if we can add you to our information lists. And for some reason, there we go. I'm like, why is it not working? But it's a drop down that says, please select email, text, mailing list, all the above, or simply no thank you. I don't know why it's not showing on the screen, but that's what it asks. Then you just hit the submit button, and a portion of your a portion of your purchase from any of those or from any of our partners on the page, communitypayitforward.us, a portion from any of our giving partners, which again is up here up top. When you click on that, you go here to the verified giving partners, and any of these partners that are under these headings, they will give us a referral award. Okay, say it's $10, and we give 8 of those $10 to organizations like Martyred Angels, to organizations like Healing Warriors, like Rescue Residents, like Veterans Honoring Veterans, like the Veterans Ranch, like Project Die Hard. All these organizations, we give them at least 80% of the referral that's given to us. So they give us $100, we give $80. They give us $1,000, we give $800. It doesn't matter. At least 80% goes to those organizations. You're going to get to meet one of our newest organizations right after we sign off. If you click on the next video, the Human Contract is one of our newest partners. Another fantastic program that is signed with us that we love to be part of, that we are so proud to be part of. Look, these organizations mean the world to me because they trust me to be able to tell their story. The work that they do, the people that they help. The 4 organizations earlier, with the veterans, they help veterans. John and Martyred Angels help families after the loss of a child. The Avery Center helps with life after trafficking. The Human Contract helps people with civil rights, just basic human rights. You're going to learn more about them right after we're done here in about 15 minutes. So many things that are going on, so many great things out there. And folks, I'm going to tell you something. We're in a divisive world right now where we can fight over anything and everything. We don't have to agree on everything to get along. We don't. We don't see eye to eye, and that's not a problem. I don't need you to agree with everything that I agree with to get along with you. I'd like to tell you a real quick story before we sign off and we move on so you can meet the Human Contract. Sorry. We teamed with the wonderful people at Darrington Automotive. And we came up with this idea. Hey, you know what? We took our cue off Facebook and there was this really, really cute post. If you give me a like and you give me a share, I'll break an egg over my head. Logan, Rainey, and I, we got together and we said, guys, let's do something about this. So you give us a share, you give us $1, get us up to $50, and we're going to go and you can watch us break an egg over our head on this day. There's 5 of us, and you can watch us break an egg over our head. Of course, there was 5 of us before 2 of us chickened out. Not to mention who, but 2 of us chickened out. Thank God we had Rainia's beautiful daughter who joined us and took the place. So, there were still 4 of us, but yeah. 2 of us chickened out. But anyway, so there were 4 of us that sat there. We asked, get us to $50. We're going to give away the money to a cause. We're going to meet on this certain day at the Windjammer, we're going to break an egg over our head. Folks, it took 3 minutes to get the $50. 3 minutes. I'm not joking. We didn't even have the cause picked out yet. So we changed the rules. We said, okay, get us to $100 and we will draw names of people who can break the eggs over our head. Took a little bit longer than 3 minutes, okay? We weren't expecting 3 minutes again. Took about 7 minutes. We still didn't even know where we were going to give the money away to. But we had the $100. So it comes to the night. Okay. And we completely changed up the rules. Comes to the night. We'd already made the $100. We were already going to do this. We were going to draw the names. But we decided that instead, what we were going to do was we just brought in 3 cases of eggs. Now, if we would have known the price of eggs, what the price of eggs were going to be, we would have sold the eggs and really helped out the family. But we ended up $1 an egg. You can take and come up and smash an egg on our head, have some fun. What seemed like 4 hours of work, because you're sitting there covered from head to toe in egg gunk and, like I like to call it, egg snot, egg glop, whatever it is. You know, that stuff going in your mouth, up your nose, in your ears. Ugh. I'm a big guy. I love my eggs. I'm not joking. I love my eggs. But boy, I'm telling you, I couldn't eat an omelet for like 3 months. And we had this wonderful, there at Logan's shop, we had this wonderful Mexican food restaurant across the street that sold great breakfast burritos. I couldn't eat them. I just couldn't for about 3 months. But in 45 minutes total work, we raised $789 for a family who lost their daughter to leukemia. You guys have that kind of power that we can help people. The dad came up to me and Logan and I, as we were going to try to wash some of this stuff out of our face and stuff. And the dad gives us a giant hug, and Dad kind of pushed me back a little bit, and he goes, "Why did you do this? You don't even know me." It was a very simple, unscripted answer to that. And that answer is, I don't need to know you to care. I just need to know that you need help. I don't need to know you to care. I just need to know that you need help. Folks, that's community pay it forward. We just need to know that you need help. That's the reason why we work so hard to tell you about all these organizations that we work with. The Aziza Project, Hydro with Hope. All these wonderful, wonderful programs that we're working with. All the great things that they do. There are so many conflicts out there. There are so many things that can go wrong in people's lives. And there are so many people who are working hard to lessen the effect on your life. You are having problems right now that there's probably somebody out there who can help you through them. And you may not know what it is, who they are. Go to communitypayitforward.us and maybe you can find a solution to your problem. John started Martyred Angels because there was nobody else there. There was nobody else there to help him after the loss of Bladen. So he started something. Nonprofits are not usually started in a good place. They're started from a pain point. I started Community Pay It Forward because I knew what it was like to need help. And I had wonderful people around me who were helping me as much as they could. They were doing everything that they could do. And a lot of them were the partners who started this company with me because they would help in every way that they could. And so we started this company to where, you know what, if you shopped with them, they would help us help someone else by giving us a referral. And that's what this all began with. Transact card. That's what they do. You purchase a Transact card from Les. You join Les in his program. He's going to give us a referral. That referral is going to turn into a donation to someone else. And it's going to help you. It's going to help you. It's going to help the people that you know. Because it's going to save them money on the shopping that they need to do. CommunityPayItForward.us. CommunityPayItForward.us is the best way to get a hold of me. You just go there and you're going to see it all over the place to where you can take and reach out to me by using my For My card. And of course, I can't find my For My card right now because, you know, I had it a minute ago, but it's now gone. But if you take and you scan my For My card right here, you're going to have all the information you need on me right there on that card. Okay, my email, my phone, all that stuff. Scan the For My card, you got a hold of me. Colorado Grit has given us 30 tickets that we get to give away to families, kids. Kids, you want a chance to go and see a hockey game live next Saturday, the Colorado Grit versus New Mexico. You want to go with us to watch this game? Tell me, what can I do right now to help people in my community? What can I do to help people in my community? Ask mom and dad to help you. Send it to our Facebook page, Community Pay It Forward on Facebook. Community Pay It Forward on Facebook. We're going to draw names on Thursday. And you can join us. And mom and dad, you get to go too. Up to 4 tickets. We're going to give away up to 4 tickets per family. We're going to draw for every entry. You're going to get your name thrown in there. So mom and dad, you have 2 kids, have them enter. That's 2 chances to win. Every child must be accompanied by an adult. Okay? Sorry, you got to take care of your own kids. Kids, you can be up to 15 years old to enter. What the hell? Let's make it 16. You can be up to 16 years old to enter. Okay? We just need to know, what can I do right now to help people in our community? I want to thank everybody so much for bearing with us throughout this holiday season. We took a month off. Need a little bit of a break, needed a little bit of time to just take and decompress myself. So, revamp, because we've got this wonderful 22-hour podcast coming up. Going to be a little bit busy for a little while. So you can get a hold of me at Zach@CommunityPayItForward.us, Zach@CommunityPayItForward.us. Coming up right now, as soon as I shut this off, at 6:30 here Mountain, 8:30 Eastern, we've got a replay of last week's show with the Human Contract. With the Goddess of the Grape, she's going to be joining us. Find out more at Stephanie's Linktree, Steph Samos, but support them by purchasing one. Wonderful, wonderful show. And then after that, it's a replay of this week's Footprints Forward, which was a very, very difficult show, folks. We were talking to Ashley Ellis, who lost her son to suicide and has started a program called Tomorrow Needs You. Very touching, very, very difficult conversation to have, but it was a very meaningful conversation. So if you can do it, please make sure that you go back and watch it, or watch it live recorded, coming up in 2 hours from now. My name is Zach Clayton. I am the founder and the president of Community Pay It Forward, communitypayitforward.us, the pACT channel, Community Dare to Care, and Community Dare to Care Cub Club. I'm just giving you a chance to go with us next Saturday to Colorado Grit game versus New Mexico. Let's get this going. Let's have a lot of fun. Please make sure you love somebody, because somebody out here loves you. If you're not helping someone, you're hurting everyone. No one needs to go it alone. When we all come together, join us next week as we bring back members from the Human Contract. We have a great time doing it, and we have a lot of fun. Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you next week right here on pACT.
Stepping out of her fear, bring me home. Out alone, show me the way. You wanna be a part of Sunset Boulevard.